Superintendent Tom Leonard recently announced that he will recommend interim principal Steve Ramsey to fill the position on a permanent basis.
On December 13th, I will recommend to the board for their consideration that Steve Ramsey becomes the permanent principal. I am confident of this, that I don't think I know of anyone who cares more about the welfare and success of this school than him. And I've seen enough to know that I believe in my heart that he's the match.
What was your reaction to Dr. Leonard's announcement to the staff? Because that must have been pretty exciting.
It was a very good moment. I think there's so many points in your life that you get to have a moment where, you know, outside of your funeral, where I guess you kind of feel like there's been some sort of validation that what you've done, people have really liked, and they'd like to see to continue.
I'd definitely say that's one of those moments. And so it wasn't, you didn't know.
No one knew.
Oh, no one knew.
Right.
But they just had made the sign.
They made it to help encourage Dr. Leonard that I might be the right choice versus going on a search. And so when he said it was me, well, they were kind of shocked too, because they're like, what did he just say? Okay, and then it worked out real well for them too, and they jumped up, and there's kind of an ovation, and they had fat heads, and they were all cheering.
Pretty awesome celebration.
What really, you know, I think made the moment, we had probably 100 to 120 of the teachers there on the staff, so almost the full staff was there. And then somebody kind of alerted my wife that this was happening, so she showed up right after the end of that with our daughters. And the girls were kind of funny because they were like, oh, I guess being the principal of Westlake High School is kind of a big deal. So I think it was just nice to have everybody in my school community and then my immediate family here as well. So I think that was a very nice thing and kind of put me on point that I've got to stay down the direction and keep doing the things I'm doing. And, you know, even enhance things more to make sure we keep this kind of atmosphere we're trying to have here for the students and teachers.
Now, I recently read this quote. Mr. Ramsey has respectfully and thoughtfully shaped the campus to adapt to his leadership style. Now, how would you define your leadership style?
When it comes to kind of leadership at the global level, more of what's important for a whole campus and community, I think my leadership style is to make sure that everybody feels the most support. Also making sure that everybody is held accountable to a high standard. I think that's with students. I think it's with teachers. It's rewarding folks when they do a good job, and it's also correcting people when they're not doing the job they need to in a nice, caring way where everybody feels like they've been treated very fairly.
Now, the quote ends, Ramsey's vast knowledge of the culture in Westlake is ideal. Well, how about we test this vast knowledge? It's time to play Who Wants to Be the Principal? What is the original name of West Bank Drive?
The original name of West Bank Drive. I think D's out of the mix. There actually used to be a drive that went straight through our building. I'm going to go with letter B, final answer, Westlake High Drive.
That is correct. Now our next question is really a true test of Westlake knowledge. What are the names of our mascots?
Well, that is a true test, and since I was here and I was actually overseeing the cheerleading program at that point, I can tell you with confidence it is going to be letter C, chips and queso. That was by far the most resounding and almost unanimous pick by the students of Westlake High School.
Sounds like some sound logic. That's correct. Next question. How many exemptions did seniors have back when you first started here? Is it A, all of them? Wait, all of them? Seniors could exempt all of their finals? What? Congratulations, Principal Ramsey. We're happy to have you.
Thank you very much, Austin. Glad to be here.